Morning, everyone. So today I wanted to discuss with you a case of autism in a 2.5-year little boy that has seen very, very good changes in his health and very good results, being only 2 days under the proper classical homeopathic medicine. This little vial here of homeopathic medicine, one little pill dissolved in water, 1 teaspoon taken a day for 2 days. And this child has seen very good results. Mother's happy, parents are happy, I'm ecstatic too. Now, we had a week follow-up booked with this child, and today is that week, and I just spoke to the mother, but she sent me a message 2 days after starting the medicine to let me know that there was already an effect happening, and she was super happy. So a couple things I like to say. With these cases, now a regulatory board for us, we have to be careful what we say, okay? But so what I'm going to say is every case is unique. There are no guarantees, unfortunately, when it comes to health and with correcting health. All I could do is tell you about cases that we've done here so you could resonate and see that most likely a lot of your children with autism are like this, and we see cases like this. So classical homeopathy has a great role to play when it comes to autism, to getting these kids to start to heal and get better. So obviously I just want to say every case is unique and there's no guarantees, and we can't say that since this case happened very quickly within 2 to 7 days that every case will respond in 2 to 7 days. Some cases take a month, some cases take 2 months, to respond, and we see good results. Sometimes it happens quicker like this, so every case is unique. Second thing I want to say is homeopathy does not treat, it does not cure anything at all, okay? And that's one thing we need to understand. Homeopathy acts simply as a stimulus, a very specifically chosen stimulus based off your child's signs and symptoms of how they present with autism. It acts as a stimulus to cause a healing response within that child's body, okay? So the remedy itself does nothing. There's no cure, there's no treatment. It does not cure, it does not treat. It is simply a stimulus to cause a healing response within the child's body. And I compare it to dominoes. If you have a line of dominoes lined up, the homeopathic medicine acts as the push, the stimulus for that first domino. After that first domino is pushed, the rest of the dominoes take off and keep going without any more interaction or necessity for the homeopathic medicine. This is homeopathy, okay? So why don't we get into it? Let's talk about this case. Main complaints of this case were head banging. And this is very common for kids with autism, but head banging, anger and irritability with the head banging, and obviously that another thing that's very common is speech delays. The child didn't speak very much at all. He was 2.5 years old, but still there was not very much speech there or comprehension there, okay? So these were the main complaints of the mother. And what I want to do is I'm just going to read through the case notes right here, before and after, and you guys can get an idea of what changes when the right medicine is selected, homeopathic medicine. It's natural, there's no side effects. When the right medicine is selected, results are typically fairly quick. They happen gradually, but you're on the right medicine within 3 or 4 days. Now, once again, results vary. There are no guarantees. We do our best. I want to see these kids get better as much as the parents do. So let's read through this. I started seeing this child August 23rd, 2019. Today is the 30th of August, okay? So basically what the mother told me is, I'm just going to read through here. Let's get to the sleep part because that was the main issue. She says, when he wakes from a nap, he's inconsolable. He could go 45 minutes with screaming and being inconsolable. And it could be the nap or before he goes to bed, she says. He just screams and screams and screams. When he calms down, then they have to leave him alone so he totally calms down. Now, she also said the banging of the head. It takes him 2 hours to go to sleep. He'll be banging his head and he'll be rocking. She says he rocks back and forth. He will bang his head as soon as they leave the room. So he doesn't do it in front of them, but as soon as they leave the room, they have a monitor there that watches him, and he bangs his head for over an hour at a time, nonstop, and they got to go in there. It's padded, but they have to go in there and comfort him. They put him back down, he'll stop, and then as soon as they leave, he starts banging his head again. So this has been since 16 months old. This has been happening with this poor child. Obviously, he's in pain. Obviously, he's in discomfort, although he cannot tell them. So there was a lot of drooling. Another key symptom that helped us find his good medicine, that was the correct choice for him, was extreme drooling. Now, a little bit of drooling with a child is normal, especially during teething, but this child would soak his entire shirt And this was going on for almost 2 years of his whole entire life. The mother said at times I'd have to change the shirt 3 times a day. There was so much saliva. She also said with that saliva, there was foul breath accompanied with that saliva for no reason. Okay, so this is a key symptom for one of our medicines in homeopathy. It's an indicator. It's one of the big medicines in autism. And one of the key indicators is that extreme drooling, especially with foul breath, and they could have inflamed gums, bleeding gums. That's sometimes yes, sometimes no. So this medicine was Mercurius syllabus in this case. So let's just read through this. Stools, she says, the digestion. A lot of these kids have either constipation or diarrhea. It's very common, usually constipation. This child had extremely soft stools, and sometimes there was undigested food in it, the mom said. And that is about it, the main issues that she told me about. So let's go to the follow-up. With the follow-up, this is what the mother told me. 2 days in, she texted me. And she sent me a message. 2 days in, she says, he's much more calm since the remedy. Not banging the head when going to bed anymore. He falls asleep faster now. There's less tantrums. And started to use numbers functionally, she said. Instead of just being able to count 1 to 10 structurally, like just repeating things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He had 2 situations, the mom said, where they were outside walking and there was 2 people riding a bike. And he said, look, 2 bikes, he said. So it was in context. Another time there was 3 butterflies. He said, 3 butterflies. Mom, 3 butterflies. So you could see he understood the numbers. This is what happens. The mind unlocks and there's comprehension that's different than before. So she was very, very happy of that. She told me this is the first time he's ever put 2 words together on his own. And they see a therapist, and she says, the therapist, the ABA therapist, she said the therapist said he's been doing very well the last couple days. So, you know, they're extremely, extremely happy. And then I talked to her today. We actually had a full follow-up consult here. And basically the same thing. The understanding's better. 2 days of way more understanding. Yeah, basically everything we talked about. So as you can see, under the right medicine, classically chosen homeopathic medicine, these kids respond, and it works deeper than vitamins and supplements, than detoxes. This is getting down real deep to the root cause of the problem and making changes by stimulating a response. Once again, the remedy does not cure, does not treat, okay? So this is just a little bit, I had to share this case because this was, you know, we're very happy. I'm happy, mom's happy, and the kid's getting better. Obviously the pain's disappearing because the reaction is improving. They're able to sleep better. The head banging is going away. There's still a ton of work to do here. This is not a case cured. This is not a case that's done. This is a case that still needs a lot of work, months, but this is an amazing start. So if the reason I put this out is so you as parents, if you have this going on, if you have a child with autism, you haven't tried classical homeopathy, whether you see me or you see another classical homeopath, homeopathy has a ton to offer for these kids. If you're interested in getting more information, give me a call. I'll spend 15 minutes with you. We'll find out the details of your kid, your child, and exactly how they're dealing with autism, the way they present with it. And I'll just give you a quick overview of my thoughts and how we could possibly help. And then we could go from there, okay? I wish you guys all the best. Cheers.